Hello, guys. This is Adam Alto Healing, and I'm here with you guys with another spiritual podcast and video. Today, I want to talk about creation, or as the title says, life is a painting. We are artists, divine artists. I like to think that each day is a blank canvas. We can paint upon it any color that we want, but the thing is that we choose to paint the same picture day in and day out. No new thoughts, no new beliefs, no new emotions. We go back to our patterns, what worked in the past, the known, and it can make a reality very stagnant, perhaps comfortable, but stagnant nonetheless. I've been guilty of this, where I would recreate and recreate instead of taking new ideas, new actions, new emotions. And what's really been inspiring me lately is the Becoming Supernatural Meditations by Joe Dispenza. I mentioned him before. Please read one of his books. All of them are great. But specifically, I'm talking about Becoming Supernatural. Because what the meditations are is that they get you to a state of ultimate consciousness, where you become no one, no thing, nowhere. You get outside of your body, outside of your limitations, and you start thinking of the infinite potentials that exist right here, right now, every single day. There exists infinite potentials for how our day will fold out. Think about it. You turn right, maybe you meet your future partner. You turn left, maybe you get in a car accident. Not trying to instill fear, but you see, like, our decisions do matter. They do, and they break out into different realities, and there's infinite potentials right here, right now. And how do you create the reality that you prefer? Conversations of God teaches us that we create our reality for our words, our deeds, and our thoughts. So you change the words. What does it mean? I keep bringing up the power of the word, what you say. It's really important to watch what you're saying to yourself. You're saying, oh, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm stupid. You're using your creative power for evil of your deeds. Taking mindful action when it comes to what you eat, what you do day to day. A lot of us, we act on our habits. We don't think of them consciously, but if you start changing them consciously, you start changing the reality. And of course, your thoughts. When we pay mindful attention on whether your thoughts are wandering, are they focusing on prosperity, abundance, or are they more primarily focused on lack? And what I said about new emotions, because we are in charge of our emotional body. We're in charge of what we feel, because what you focus on, you will feel. I know sometimes it feels like our thoughts are thinking us, or I can't help but feel this way, but you can. I do some things like pattern breaks. If I'm in a down mood, put on some music, start waving my arms around, doing a little dance, doing anything to change my body posture so I can get out of this state of being. Like I mentioned before, I just had the thought of just buying a new video game or something like that. And I just get so excited and I feel so good because I just believed, having that potential exists. And nothing in the outside world, I didn't receive the game, but just thinking of that game. And you have that power right now. It's what you focus on, you're going to feel. So you could change your focus, you'll change your emotions. And the biggest thing I've come across when I'm doing these healing sessions on Facebook Live with my private clients is a lot of us still have fear. And all this fear comes from a belief of separation, that we are separate from our source. And the Course in Miracles says you think you have many problems, but there's only one, that you believe in separateness. And when it says about fear is just trusting in your own strength. When you look at your own limited body, no matter if you're a bodybuilder, you have a good, successful job, there's still things outside of your control. But the Creator has the absolute control. It's the absolute power. And that's what love is. Love is the infinite creative source within us all. So if we act from love, we ask love for guidance, we ask the Creator for guidance. Is this for my highest good? What would you have me do? Instead of acting on our fear patterns, I don't know if this is going to work. What if they reject me? What I feel, the love, when you act upon love, it just keeps giving back. Like, I'll give you a small example. Yesterday, it was raining really, really hard, and there's this girl from my class. I just know her from gym class. We didn't talk before, and she came up to me, she was waiting for the bus, and I had an impulse, I should just start talking to her, and I did. We got off at the same place. It was raining. She didn't have her umbrella, and I used that umbrella to shield us both from the rain, and I walked her to the mall where she was going. It was such a small thing, but I felt great because I was acting on love. I didn't care about myself. I was thinking about her. I didn't want her to get wet. And there's so many small action steps we can take like that to make us feel good. And also, we know that we're connected. We're connected to the infinite creator. We're connected to this infinite field of potentials. A loving being. You start changing the painting. You stop coloring the painting with the palettes of fear and the limitations. You start coloring with love, thinking for the highest good for yourself and for all others. Imagine painting that painting, how it'd look like, as opposed to the one with fear. There's a concept called framing. You can frame a situation any way you want it to be. I've met on the healings, someone said they're afraid of everything. That just means they have a poor frame. If you think about, for example, she's afraid of talking to people. Well, what frame of reference are you using? Are you shaping every time you're going to confront somebody that they're going to reject you and attack you? Well, of course you're not going to, because you have a frame that's out of reference. And we could frame everything, I believe, to be a win-win in some sort of fashion. You might think there's not a solution to your problem. When I say infinite potentials, I mean infinite. So there is a reality where there's a perfect solution to everything. That's creating from love, not creating from fear. And also looking at your life through that lens of source. Because whenever I tap into that nothingness, that void of infinite potentials, I see, wow, okay, maybe I did some things in the past that perhaps weren't serving me. Maybe I was believing in things that weren't serving me for so long, but it doesn't matter. Because I have this infinite potential to tap into right now. Why would I create something that I know? Why don't I tap into something new, exciting, adventurous? And what's really helped me on my journey was having an intention. You hear this again and again, but it really truly works. When I had problems with French class last year, as I made a video about that. But last week I set an intention. No matter what's going to happen, I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to connect. And things are going to go well. And what happened? Exactly that. Because I had that intention in mind. And I created that reality because I had that clear stated intention. Because when I would go in there with no intention, I would just let things be how they are going to be. Usually I would fall into unconsciousness and create a negative experience. The most important thing I would say is to surrender when it comes to creating your life. Of course, we can have our intentions, our good wishes, but surrendering to what is and allowing the creator to do its work, to do its magic. There's so many things that we don't have really control over. For example, what a person says or does, but we do have control over how we react and how we feel. So when you surrender to what is and what's going to be and just let go and let God, you naturally allow the abundance to flow. You let your life flow. You start being detached in a good way. You're not focused on what you're going to have. You're focused on what you're going to give. Alright guys, so that's about it for me. If you like this video, please check out my Facebook page, Adam Multiple Healing. Give it a like. Of course, subscribe. Leave positive feedback. Take care, and God bless.